Happy Thursday, everyone. It has been so far a pretty dang good week. We are up on our numbers, up. Everything is moving really, really well with us. I just want to welcome you to the Coffee Break Show. You are in the Smart Live Club. I'm Vicki Helm. We go live Monday through Friday. We talked about tips, tools, techniques, all kinds of things that help create thrivability in a world. We are on a mission. We're on a mission in this group to help people become and experience thriving in their life. And we do that every single day, Monday through Friday. We are so glad you've joined us. As well, if you're on YouTube, welcome aboard. So glad that you're with us. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Today, if you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Put your name down below so we can get to know you and have some fun and talk together. And if you've been here every single day and you're always on this show every morning having a coffee break and a conversation with us, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so excited that you're joining us. Just go ahead and put a comment down below. I see you guys coming on. And oh my gosh, it's starting to roll. Hey, Karen says, hi, friends. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning from Robin. And Donnie, good morning, everyone. I hope that you have your big mega cup of Joe or tea or hot chocolate or whatever you got. I got coffee. And I hope you are there. Look at this. Look at all the surprises we have today. Good morning, Freddie. Nice to see you on, my friend. Welcome aboard. So glad you're here. I'm not sure who this is, but it says, hey, Vicki, I'm thinking it's Ryan. Good morning, Ryan. Nice to see you on. Nice to see you getting here. Today I want to talk about something that I've talked about ad nauseum, and I'm going to continue talking about it ad nauseum. And yesterday, I had the lack of pleasure, if you will, of hearing that Grant Cardone went bankrupt. And a lot of things that happen when you are able to have tons of money like that, it's dangerous to have that much debt as well. I just want to smile and say good morning, Joan. Nice to see you on. Been enjoying your posts and our conversations a lot. Glad to see you're here this morning. So I wanted to talk about Grant Cardone because he was a guy that his systems were set up. He had a lot of cash flow coming in. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for being here. See, I see that. Thank you, Peter. So nice to see you on. So everybody's saying good morning to Joan. But I want to talk about something I learned a long time ago, just a long time ago. And most of you guys, if you haven't read my book, Cash Flow Secrets, I'm telling you, that is the one book you want to read right now. It is the most important book right now. And you can go to cashflowsecrets.com and take a look at the why or anything else. I never tote any products. I'm never like, hi, I'm Vicki, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. I don't ever do that. I've got one message right now, and that is, this is the time in history for this book right here. Now, most of you know my parents made their money illegally, and there's a lot of things I learned about creating cash flow. I mean, real cash flow. And we've gotten confused. We've gotten confused in our life. We have two things. We have cash flow is king, and we have debt flow. And we confuse debt flow as cash flow. And so what happens is we can get a bank, if you're good enough, to fund a project for you, like say buying an apartment building, because, Grant loved real estate. That was his thing. He really was good at it. But real estate goes up and down and up and down, and it's tied to the economic wave. And when the economic wave is on the way up, real estate looks and is a great buy. When it comes down, the value of where you bought it and the value it ends up may not be the same. And that's kind of what happened for Grant. He had all these apartments, all these buildings, all this wealth. He bought so much wealth. At first, he did it by cash flow. And then he got a $50 million plane. I mean, that had to be funded. He didn't pay cash for that. So when he started funding everything, when he started getting his capital thing up, the value of his assets, because they were related to the economic wave, went up and down and up and down, and then they crashed right now. And the value of his asset and the value of what he owes doesn't match. It doesn't match. I always tell everybody, I'm a Dave Ramsey fan all the way. I think debt is slavery. That's what I think it is. Debt is slavery of any kind. And we have it to the portion where our entire system is built to suck the money right out of your pocket. And I include healthcare in there because we have ridiculous prices for medicine. So when the pandemic came around, you guys see all those memes that had, it's $60 hand sanitizer and how this is outrageous, but you're like $30 for one aspirin. For an aspirin on one aspirin, $30 probably didn't even make a whole penny to make it. And so we look at that and we're looking at the world. Debt is very expensive. Our world is very expensive. And if you become too needy, it drains your pocketbook. You are broke just like that. Healthcare costs are ridiculous. And if you have stuff like, if you have any stuff that is non-essential medical stuff, like say plastic surgery or whatever else, and or ridiculous for me, I think healthcare should just be included. Dental care is healthcare. And your eyes, that's still healthcare too. I think ophthalmology, all of it is healthcare. And the thing is, when you get to the point where you're relying on debt too much, you're really teetering. Any moment it could collapse and take everything that you have. So Grant Cardone is broke. He woke up, had to get a bankruptcy lawyer, and literally is fighting not going to jail these days, hoping that the SEC is now investigating his company, and they're investigating his assets because of the way that they were done. So for me, I think that is unfortunate, and I would never want to go through that. I would never have that as something that had to be, here we go. He said something about avoiding jail possibly. That's right. That's right. And this to me is here. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Love it. Right. He made only shady real estate deals. No, I don't think so. I think he made good real estate deals too. But here is the link to my book. You guys, now is the time. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's inexpensive for you to learn. There are thousands and thousands and millions of dollars of information in there that will help you thrive. So debt is very expensive. I agree with that. Hey, Robert, a happy Thursday. Hey, are you getting people for your project with the signs? I saw Stephen with one there today earlier. And so it seemed pretty loud. He seemed pretty loud about it in a very defiant way. I found it very strange. He was. I like this right here. This right here. Can you spell Ponzi? Maybe. I don't know. But I do know this. There are ways to get wealthy, and there are ways to confuse wealth. And wealth looks like if you have a $500,000 home and it's funded with debt, you have debt flow. You don't have cash flow. And this is why people and things are collapsing right now, because they mistook debt flow for cash flow. Morning, Stephen. Nice to see you. Those who have, in many cases, do not have a compassion. It's unfortunate that many flow on greed. Well, the greed thing, I really want to talk about that, because if you truly believe in abundance, like there is no limits, if you truly believe there's abundance, then there can't be greed. There can't be greed if you truly believe in abundance. The question is, I think, how much you're willing to give back. And that to me becomes a question. How you give back, when you want to give back. But I think when you get to the point where you are getting so much from banks and it's really debt flow, not cash flow, then you will experience greed, because some part of you will get really hooked on the desire for that. Still need 20 to 25 more pictures for Robert Stern. 20 to 25 more pictures. If you guys can help him out, please do. It's a great project. and I'm in it. A bunch of other people are in it. All he needs is a picture of you thanking someone that is an essential worker, like nurses, truckers, garbage men, all of those things right there. All these people saying thank you. And if you could roll that to them, that'd be great. Here, I want to get some good advice here. Whole lot of marketers out there saying or acting like they make millions, and they're refreshing their bank account websites to make sure their COVID check has arrived. Yes. Now, Brian, I want to say Brian is, he has been one of the top real estate guys in the world, or at least in the United States. Is that true? I believe that was true about you, Brian. And I'm kind of wondering, what do you think of the Grant Cardone filing for bankruptcy right now? And I think maybe his assets fell and he owed more than the value of what was there before, but he's also under investigation right now by the SEC, according to what I've read. I'm not the expert at it. So I'm wondering, I totally agree with Brian right here. This is a whole lot of marketers are out there saying or acting like they're making millions, and they're refreshing their bank account websites to make sure their COVID check has arrived. Yes, that is so true. Listen to this. Greed is when you charge $30 for an aspirin. Yes, thank you very much. It is a terrible kind of greed. Now I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. That to me is greed. That's ridiculous to charge $30 for an aspirin. That was a few years back. This is why people should also do their due diligence on people you are buying from. There's some of these ads we see, they rent a car or a time and a plane and they make it look like they own them. But in reality, they don't. That's absolutely true. That's a ploy. People think this is so important. If you look at somebody who's really wealthy, oftentimes they're conservative. If you take a look at, take a look at the Oracle of Omaha. We got Warren Buffett right now, and every morning he still goes through the drive-through, and in the ashtray of his car, he has exactly what he needs for his cup of coffee. He drinks coffee. His cup of coffee and his egg McMuffin that he gets at McDonald's every day. The guy's very frugal. Sam Walton, he drove the same truck, the same plane, the same. Sometimes there is a thought that they can get you to buy because they're hitting your desire button and your desire to have what you want, when you want, do what you want. And that, to me, that's unhealthy desire. When you get to the point where you really want to serve humanity, when you really get to the point where you want to step into something purposeful that helps you serve the world, then you have some kind of humbleness, and you approach making products and things that inspire the world. And I want to let you know, I admire Grant Cardone. I think the guy's fantastic. He wrote 8 books. He made 13 programs, and those things built him riches. And then he acquired debt instead of working with the riches that he, had this morning, or over the last decade he's had. I think he worked hard to get there. And I also think that he is new money versus old money. Yeah, there you go. Right now, for me, it's real money versus fake money. That's the thing that's really here. And if you look at this here, Cash Flow Secrets, if you've read it, you'll understand the difference between real assets and non-assets. And I actually spend a lot of time making assets every single day. So there's really only 2 things you can do. You can buy an asset or you can build an asset. Buying an asset is absolutely a key to gaining wealth, but knowing how to build an asset, a real asset, and I mean bootstrapping, building an asset, that will give you the amount of thrivability and flourishing you need. It's like there's nothing better than learning how to build cash flow assets for yourself. Let's see. If it's not on clearance, if it's not on clearance, it's not for me. It's true. I'm laughing because it's true. Who doesn't like a good clearance sale? So I want to say hi to Barb this morning. More and more false prophets will be revealed as we go forward. No need to waste time watching chips fall, but all efforts into positive energy to move yourself and your mission forward. Barb, I got to tell you that I needed to hear that. I think that's really great to hear. I think that is just a gem. More and more false prophets will be revealed. That's what's going to happen. That more and more prophets will be revealed as we go forward. No need to waste time watching the chips fall. No need to do that. Put all your efforts into positive energy to move yourself and your mission forward. Thank you. I think that is absolutely the advice of the day. Somebody wants to say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Mom. Let's see, right here. Neiman Marcus and JCPenney are in default today. Next step is bankruptcy, chapter 11. We are going to see how the mighty have fallen. It's going to continue on. I want to talk to Robert right now. Desire comes in two ways: materialistic, plane, travels, cars, jewelry, and two, mindset, happiness, feel good about one's self. Yes. To me, it's like the reason you become wealthy is because you do the inner work in order to get you to create wealth. I am very much the money loves speeds, the bootstrapping for it, and all sorts of things. And somebody wants to say hi to my mama. Mama Joan says, good morning. Joan, mom, Joan. There you go. And so everybody's hanging out. So one of the things that's so important about the future is what you're creating. Because everybody keeps looking for that job. I'll bet if you look at that job and its business, you're going to find that it is supported by debt. If you have a debt-free company, like if you work for a company that is debt-free, then you have an asset. You have something that can survive the storms. If you have something that's a non-correlated asset, you can go ahead and see that there's going to be some, there's a way you can build your future with good, fundamental, foundational cash flow secrets. And when you have those cash flow secrets, you will create stability in your income. And that's the important part of that. Let's see. And we're still in the beginning of this trend. Yes, we are. There's going to be a lot of what Barb is calling the mighty are going to fall. There's going to be an important difference. I want to show this from Barb. Important to know the difference between chapter 11 and chapter 7 bankruptcy. Lots of longtime success stories have filed chapter 11 to rise from the ashes. So they're going for round 2. That's very good point. Very good point. Difference between 11 and 7. So my mom is firing back. Good morning, Joan. Nice to meet you. That's right. So today, when you're looking outside and you're thinking about what happens, this is a sign of the times to come. And it's coming. This right here, when a man as skilled as Grant Cardone can get in trouble, anybody can get in trouble. When there are, now I do not think this man was a shyster or a Ponzi scheme man. Maybe he was, but I've seen him do a lot of good in the world. And I don't want to throw out the good he's done in the world because he's bankrupt now. I want to say, you know what? Pay attention. Put all your energy right now, just what Barb said earlier. You want to create that positivity. You want to create a place where the profits are going to fall, but that has nothing to do with you. You don't need to waste your time watching the chips fall. You want to put your efforts into a positive energy to move yourself and your mission forward. That is so important. And I want to tell you something. You know how I tell you Barb is, I'm always thanking Barb for her advice. I'm always thanking her for her coaching. That's it right there. That's like, where do you want to put your attention and focus? Because your focus is going to grow. And when you get reminded, don't waste your time watching the chips fall. Keep making what you're going to make and continue going forward this way. Keep your eyes on your prize. Keep your focus where it needs to go. Everybody on this call, everybody listening afterwards, everybody who is in this in this entire club needs to hear this advice right here. You want to do something now, because when the mighty fall, right now there's businesses that are falling, big, colossal, and little. They're falling everywhere. And so you want to make sure that you get the time to be following the advice of people like Barb, so that you can go ahead and do something like this. Put your faith in God and your energy into building cash flow in every positive way you can. Building cash flow in every positive way you can. Now, you have to understand there is a plethora of people in the world who are confused, and they think debt flow or qualifying for debt flow is cash flow. And that's not true. We have to get down to basics. So, for I don't know, I think this is $7 right here. You can get the ebook of this and just go through that, just so you know what you need to create in the future. Let's see. Good distinction. Many companies need to restructure to be more efficient. I agree with that. So I'm going to hit this because Scott's got something to say, and I love when he talks. As these commercial retail giants collapse, the malls will be next to be shattered as their former anchor tenant collapses like dominoes. It's interesting because that's actually happening right now. There's been so much shift to online shopping that malls have been dropping hundreds of them every single day for about, 24 months now. They are barely being alive because everybody's shopping online and getting things online and finding things online and going to the mall. Do you remember when going to the mall was cool? We were like, hey, we'll meet you at the mall. And so you'd go to the mall and hang out. In fact, some people in middle school would be like, a date was going to the mall and hanging out with friends at the mall. And now that just seems so far away. It's just like so long ago that even happened. Yep. So yes, that's right. It's the Amazon effect. That online shopping, that online delivery. I'm sorry, we love to buy online and have it come in boxes to our home. I know I get excited even though I know what's in the box. Every single month, I get something in the box from O'Dare or somebody else, and the box comes in. I know it's in the box. I still get excited. I'm like, yay, let's open the box. And so that Amazon effect is the future of the world. And some of these online businesses and creating, yeah, it's true. He says it's accentuated by social distancing. It is right now. We're moving into that social distancing time, and we're getting to the point where what it is that we are buying is usually online right now. Nobody, I don't know what the sales are online, but I haven't been buying online except for the things I've always bought every single month online. I haven't been purchasing online because, you don't know where the box has been. You don't know who's held that box. And so, you're being a little more cautious in our lives. So I want to let you know why we're hanging out with COVID inside. The thing is, I don't know. I can't read the crystal ball. I don't know if this is a setup by a cabal. I don't know if this is a mistake by China. I don't know. I just know what's here now. And I was wanting to pay attention to what's here now. Not who's to blame now, but what's here is now. What do I need to do? Barb's got a cool statement. I want to look at this. Malls can be repurposed. Yes, they can. I'm eager to see what 3D printers will contribute to transforming malls. My imagination soars when I think of what can be done. Yes, there's going to be a lot of, what is it they say? Something of invention. I forget the quote. Somebody quote me. Something is the mother of invention. I don't know, chaos, whatever is happening now. Hey, look at this. Hey, was doing interviews. That's good. I'm going to be on her show in a little bit today. That's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So one of the things I want to say when we're on Thursday is this is a sign of the times. This is a sign of the things to come. You still have an opportunity. You still have opportunities right now. And let me tell you something. The opportunities that you have right now is that money is going to love speed. Money does not like spare time. Money does not like con time. Money does not like, it doesn't like part time, none of that. And if you're kind of dabbling in it, money doesn't like dabbling. Right now, money likes speed, and I mean at top speed. You have to be organized in your way of creating what it is that you want to create in order for that money to flow. But you still have time to get that set up right now. You have to know what you're doing and go for it. And I mean, go for it at a daily action, at a complete hyper speed that you can go in. Thank you very much. Here it is. Necessity is the mother of invention. I knew it was something like that. Thank you so much. Here we go. Necessity is the mother of invention. Thank you. Lichelle says, great question. We need to align with those people and organizations who are evolving into a new future. Yes, because that is what's happening right now. So yes, the opportunities to repurpose are amazing. I like the way you think, Barb. I do too. I think that's great. So here it is. Barb's having a good conversation with everybody today. We're going to pull her up. Necessity is the mother of invention. Thank you very much. A need or a problem encourages creative effort to meet the need to solve the problem. Plato. Yes, thank you very much. So what I want to be here with you for, because most people who get on Thursday's quiet because, Wednesdays are really big. But I need you to know this. If the mighty are falling, the minions are going to fall as well. And the thing is, what do the mighty do? They get back up, they dust themselves off, and they get going. They get going now. And right now, the opportunities are huge. They're big. They're amazing. And you have to be able to say to yourself, get back up. Dust yourself off. Jump in with it. Go for it. Let's see what Donnie's got here. Bezos' self-worth increased by 28 billion due to the COVID-19. Wow. The new normal now, shopping online, businesses online are growing exponentially. The hive mindset has changed. It's a great time to develop a new business, and this is just the beginning. Yes, this is just the beginning. This is the time right now. This is the place to be. And you have to have your imagination. You can envision or reimagine or rethink anything. Spend some time with an issue and say, how can I make this better? How can I help more people? What is it that Zig says? You want to get rich? You help more people get what they want, and you'll get what you want. Help more people get what they want, and you'll get what you want. The basic principles. And that means you got to figure out, what do people want? What do they want? What is your target market? Who's the people you want to talk to? Who's the people you want to help? And be with them. And don't make it a small group of people. Make it a big, big, big group of people. And then go over here, go to Amazon, find this book, and read it. All right, you guys, that's today's show. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to celebrate successes and have some fun. Have another cup of coffee. I love y'all. Mwah! Peace out. Bye.